The business Silverwood Motel is a motel with over 45 units and operates during the summer, from June to September. Silverwood Motel has 6 employees, including Mr. Pan, who is the HR manager of the business. Around July, which was during peak season, Mr. Pan notices that one of his employees, Lynn, often gets distracted by her phone, which worsens her work performance. Lynn is a high school student who works at Silverwood Motel as a housekeeper. Lynn's job responsibility is to clean the motel units from 9 to 5 every day except for Mondays and Tuesdays, where she is off. One day, Mr. Pan starts noticing how Lynn is often distracted by her phone when he is secretly supervising his employees during work. And due to how Lynn was distracted by her phone, it significantly decreases her job efficiency and causes Mr. Pan to help the housekeepers clean, or else they won't be able to finish the workload for the day. One day during lunch, Mr. Pan decided to privately talk to Lynn with regard to the issue. Mr. Pan said, "Lynn, today I'm here to give you a warning with regards to your job performance." Lynn said, "Job performance? What did I do wrong?" Mr. Pan replied, "Well, you have been distracted multiple times by your phone, which decreases work productivity." Lynn then asked, "What makes you think about that?" Mr. Pan replied, "It's because I witnessed you before on your phone during work, whenever it's not break or lunchtime. Is there a reason that you're on your phone during work time?" Lynn replied, "It's because I have messages from my family and friends that I want to quickly reply to. It's for emergencies." Mr. Pan, "Well, some advice I can give you for the future is that you can reply to your friends and family during break time and lunchtime. And if you think there's not enough time to reply to your friends, I can give you an extra break time if you want." Lynn, who's excited, says, "Thanks, that'll be greatly appreciated for the extra break time. If there isn't anything else, may I head back to work?" Mr. Brown replied, "You can go." Lynn finally replied, "Okay then, I'll head off then," and started to go back to work. In case 2, it's been several weeks now, and Lynn has not learned her lesson from being distracted by her phone. In fact, she appears to be using her phone more and more often during work. Mr. Pan has previously told her about the issue, but it appears that Lynn doesn't want to care about it. One day, Mr. Pan catches Lynn looking at her phone once more when she's supposed to be cleaning a motel unit. Mr. Pan walks in the door and says, "Lynn, this is the second warning that I'm going to give to you. May you please pay more attention during work and stop being distracted by your phone. I know that having a good social life is important, and that's why I offer 2 break times to you instead of 1. In order for you to have a break from work, and relax for 15 minutes to type to your family and friends." Lynn replied, "Okay, I understand now. It's just that I have these quick messages I will have to reply to. It's from my friends, but I'll definitely learn my lesson from getting distracted from my phone. Speaking of, can you schedule me for more hours next week?" Mr. Pan replied in an angered mood, "No, Lynn. In fact, I'll have to schedule you for fewer hours until you learn your lesson and pay more attention during work." Lynn replied, "Oh, I see. Well, I'll try not to get distracted from my phone again, I promise. But if I manage to stop the behavior, can you schedule me for more hours?" Mr. Pan replied, "Sure, only if you can stop getting distracted. Also, I'll have one of your coworkers work with you to help clean, to supervise you if you're on your phone. You may head back to continue your work now." Lynn replied, "Okay, I'll go back to cleaning," and she starts making the beds. In case 3, a coworker tells Mr. Pan that Lynn has been going on to her phone secretly when she's working, and it causes her work performance to severely decrease. Mr. Pan is getting increasingly frustrated, especially how now it's peak season and every day keeps becoming busier and busier with the large amount of guests that are coming in. Mr. Pan decides to talk of this issue with Lynn once more during lunchtime. Mr. Pan tells Lynn, "How many times have I said, Lynn? Stop being distracted on your phone or else I'll have to fire you, Lynn. This is the formal write-up for your behavior," and gives Lynn the write-up. Lynn apologizes, saying, "I'm sorry, it's just that," and then before she can say anything else, Mr. Pan said, "This is your last chance, Lynn." Lynn replied, "I promise, I won't get distracted anymore." Mr. Pan replied, You better be. Also, to prevent you from getting distracted again, may you please leave your phone at the office so you won't get distracted while working. In addition, I'll have this as an example of unwanted work behavior in the employee's handbook, so you can remind yourself about this unwanted behavior, and possibly learn to change. Lynn nervously says, "Sure." Miss Pan then tells her that she can go back to her work now, and Lynn leaves. In case 4, it's been another week and Mr. Pan has caught Lynn again on her phone during work times. Turns out Lynn has bought 2 phones to work instead of 1. Mr. Pan gets super frustrated and tells Lynn, Lynn, you are fired due to your terrible job performance as you're constantly distracted with your phone, even though I gave you multiple warnings and chances. Lynn begged, Mr. Pan, please give me a second chance. Mr. Pan replied, Lynn, last time was your final chance and you didn't listen. This envelope is your final paycheck, which includes your portion of the tips. One final thing I can say is I hope that you learn to change your behavior after working with us in your future workplace. Lynn replies, fine. She takes the envelope, her belongings, and leaves.